Good morning, millennials. Today's the best day of my life because it just is because Kevin McHale and Jenna Ushkowitz are here. Obviously, you know them from Glee, but now they're fellow podcast hosts. So, as we always say, fellow podcast hosts must support other fellow podcast hosts. So, we're really excited to have you guys here. You have a new show called Showmance. Great name for a show. It's on the Lady Gang podcast network. Is that correct?
Yes.
And it's just like another Glee moment.
It is.
It's a Becca Tobin Glee moment.
It is.
It's like
That's
the reunion
amazing.
you never asked for, you know?
Yep.
Right.
No,
No,
but we've
we
been
did.
asking for it.
I've been asking for
But
it.
now
We
it's
felt that.
in podcast form. That's so 2019.
That's so exciting.
So 2019.
So tell us a little bit about your show. How does it feel to be podcast host, taking it, off screen to now behind the scenes, like on a camera, on a microphone? Tell me about it.
It feels good for a number of reasons.
I love it.
Yeah, Jenna's done podcasts before, so I was like, if Jenna wants to do it, I'll do anything she wants to do. And we get to spend more time with one another.
Yeah.
So that's always a bonus.
I mean, Becca was like, do you guys want to do a podcast? And we were like, yeah. We didn't even come up with a concept. We were just like, yeah, we want to work together again.
Yeah.
So now we get to talk to Glee folk and other folk and, Gab, because we like to hear our own voices.
And you guys have had some dynamic duos on the show, if I'm correct. You're all about the dynamic duo,
Yes.
obviously.
Obs.
So you had T-Rad and B-Rad.
yes.
What was that like? I live for that. That's Brad Goreski and Tanya Rad, in case you live under a rock.
I actually I know who they are, but I didn't know that people call
T-Rad
them.
and B-Rad,
I
they
didn't
do
know
their
that.
dances.
Their dance videos.
I know them, but I didn't know they called them T-Rad and B-Rad.
They call themselves T-Rad and B-Rad, obviously.
Got
Yeah.
it.
I love them. We know Brad, but I'd never met Tanya before, and she is one of a kind.
Angel from God.
They're
No,
so good. We sat across and like, I want to hear you guys talk all the time.
Yeah.
A lot of times now, after we've met so many amazing duos, I just feel like that awful person in high school. I'm like, let me be your third wheel.
Oh my God,
I
yeah.
need to cling to you
You're
now.
like, I feel like that would be my best friend.
Yes.
Right.
That
Like,
I
kind
feel
of-
like that happens in podcasting
That's
a lot.
right.
Like
That's
you
what I
have
was
someone on
gonna
your
say.
show, you're like, we're so similar, and then
Yes.
like sometimes real friendships form, and then
Yeah.
sometimes you never speak. to the
Podcast is
person
a great
again.
way to make friends.
It is.
is.
We call it speed dating because a lot of times people will come in, we're like, let's not talk yet. And then you immediately get into like really deep and intimate conversations. And
Yeah.
after an
Yeah,
hour, you're
perhaps.
like, oh, we now know each other.
Yeah.
Normally this takes weeks or months of being friends with somebody to get to this level of bondingness.
Yeah.
So you're
That's
loving
what
being a
podcasts
host.
do.
Yeah.
We
We
got
love
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys met obviously on the set of Glee,
Yeah.
and that's also where you met Becca. And just obviously, like, you don't understand. Like, I'm really sorry to be annoying, but like, this is the best day of my life because we were just telling you how we saw you guys in concert at Nassau Coliseum. Like, we were
did.
true Gleeks. Like, and I still am. I watch it all the time on Netflix. Do you guys do that?
No, I've passed
Have you
by
never
it
watched
and
it?
I realized that it was in the gay section. And
Is
I was
it?
like, yes.
Of course it is.
We made it.
That
I've
is
watched
hilarious.
a couple episodes on. Yeah, I forced my boyfriend to. I was like, "Come on, I'm gonna show you."
Yeah.
And then I realized, like halfway through one of the musical performances, I was like, "This is really awful and tacky. You should probably break up with me. I'm gonna stop now." But just one more performance. I was like, "Wait, okay, but this makes me think of this one, so I'm gonna do that." And then I had some people over that night. And then we turned on like the Apple TV business, and then there was Glee Live, and I was like, and like, who was watching this? I was like,
No, I don't watch Glee Live. I watch
I was
the
showing
videos
him a
on YouTube.
performance. I have
Yeah.
goosebumps. I'm so embarrassed.
Well, I can just say your recovery is remarkable because you can walk.
Thank you. Yep.
Honestly, like I'm sure that this happens to you all the time, but like up until like following you on Instagram like 5 years ago, I thought for sure that you were in a wheelchair.
Everybody.
Yeah,
That's how good of an actor you were.
Thank you.
are.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. That's what it is.
That
In
is
that
crazy.
day and age, we could do that.
Yeah.
This
Right, now
day and
you can't
age,
get
we
away.
couldn't do
you
that.
should not be doing that.
Well, you know what we talk about all the time on this show is how Glee was like so transformative, and it was almost like before its time. Like Glee really seems like a show that would exist now, but like when I was in high
But
school,
it also
like,
ushered in a new era. Like
Yes.
it was the first wave of
Musical.
like musical shows, but also seeing all different types of characters on TV,
TV. Sure.
and like having that experience as a child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did sort of feel like looking back now, the link between what
Yes.
came before and what's happening now. The euphorias of the world.
Yeah.
100%.
It was sort of like
That's
that
so
bridge
true.
to
Yeah,
get to
yeah.
where we are now.
we got a lot of questions for you guys from Instagram. Like people were not well, including myself.
Not well.
And this is actually such a great question because, like, okay, I do this, but maybe I'm just insane. Is there a song that you guys covered on the show that you will hear now and like you still know the choreography?
Oh, yeah.
Don't stop believing.
Last name.
No, last name. I was gonna say
Kristen
last.
Chenoweth one
Yeah.
that we did.
I didn't, obviously,
I'll never forget
I didn't
it.
even dance in
You
it,
danced
but I learned
me-
the choreography.
You danced it for me like recently
Yeah.
too. I was like, I can't.
I don't know why it automatically comes on. I'm like,
They
oh, and
drilled
here
that
we
one.
go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't stop myself. I don't remember what I did in the
I can
wheelchair.
remember Somebody to Love too, for sure.
Oh, that was
that was a
truly
great
maybe one of the most iconic. I think I know the choreography for that too.
Yeah,
I
it
do
was
that
my
with the
favorite.
background vocals to that. It will come on and I'll automatically just start singing the Glee backgrounds to
You're
it.
so lucky.
And I was like, oh God. No, but then like I'm in public doing backgrounds that don't actually exist and it's really...
Right.
Well, if
in
the
the
people don't
original song.
appreciate it, then they don't deserve the performance.
You know what? That's fair.
Okay, this is actually a hilarious question from Casey Matthews. How the hell did McKinley High not have funding for a bus with a wheelchair lift, but they had full-on productions
Yes.
with songs and like full lighting every day?
Pyro.
That is a loophole in the story.
Oh,
No,
we
we
would
talk
talk about that. Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
time.
Because that
Yes.
episode was awful, and it's like, okay, maybe like one less show tune a week, and you can afford the bus.
The amount of like wardrobe too that like our kid, like the Tina came out with. I was like,
One
this is
episode of
James
Gaga
Purse.
and
Like,
you're-
no.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, the Gaga episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to believe like Rachel's dad put that outfit together.
Kurt
you
could
know?
sell a sweater and pay for the...
Apparently in the pilot, Tina did all the costumes too. I was like, she's
Oh,
not
yeah.
talented. She's not that talented.
Oh my god, that is
Yeah,
hilarious.
it was
I-
ridiculous.
I just like live for like, you know, the behind the scenes moments. Like just tell me like, just so I can like, you know, move on with my life. Like tell me just like one little thing, like just like a little secret, like logistical thing about Glee. Like I know that's super vague.
Okay, well, here's one. It's not
Kind
that
of how
great.
like when you got here, you saw that the sign was actually in front of us.
Yes.
It's like I would never would have known. Super Glee days were, this isn't that, I'll give you time to think.
Okay.
Like Super Glee days were, you'd go to, get in the makeup chair, you would go like rehearse a scene, you'd go to rehearsal, then you go shoot the scene, and then you go at lunch to the recording studio, put down the song.
For iTunes.
Come back, yeah. And then, because we recorded to our voices, not like demos, so we did all of our stuff before, and then you'd go to like a fitting, and then you'd go finish the scene again, and then you'd go to dance rehearsal, and that was like a Super Glee day.
That's crazy. I
And that was,
forgot
like, normal.
that you guys were like all over iTunes. You guys still hold like some of the records for like
I know, but here's the thing.
It shouldn't count
'Cause you had
we're-
so
It's not
many.
our-
and
it's
we're just doing covers. Yeah.
Yeah.
it counts.
So it doesn't feel like that for us. We're like, we're frauds.
Yeah, and the reason why the songs, like the songs were successful because people already knew the songs.
Right.
And
Yeah,
they were
but our stuff
actually-
originals, loser
That's
like
true.
me.
That's true.
We're really like
The
showing our true
acoustic
colors.
version,
also,
no pun intended.
Those songs were popular before, but like not with my generation. Like I learned the song "Fat Bottom Girls" from Glee. Like I never
Yes.
would have learned
Yeah.
that song. You know what I mean? So
I
it was
learned most
also-
of the musical theater songs from our show
Yes,
because I didn't know
definitely. He didn't know.
anything.
Right,
I was
no,
like,
it was
what is
educational.
this Maybe This Time song?
It was
This
it
is
was
wonderful.
educational.
Yeah.
Okay, Mackenzie Schreiber. Can we get an update about your current relationships with fellow cast members?
Oh, we're all
We talk
friends.
to everybody.
Yeah.
We go to people's weddings. We go see people's babies because
Yeah.
that's
That
where
is-
we're at now.
right, that's
you
the
know?
age.
I called Amber last week to yell at her because her niece is so old now. I was like, that's not
I
your
know
niece.
it's not real. She's an
I
adult.
called her. She's
grown-
in the middle of a
grown
meal.
adult.
She's like, "What?" I'm like, "That's not your niece." She's like, "It is." I'm like, "She's a grown woman." She's like, "No, we're just old." I'm like,
Well,
"Okay."
that's like Heather who has 2 kids. You're like,
Yeah.
I don't
Oh my
understand.
Hemo has 2 kids.
2 kids.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is she on Dancing with the Stars?
Yes, and there was all this
Yes.
controversy
because she is a
professional
dancer and a star.
But also,
Right, no, it is confusing. That's like when the gymnasts go on. Like,
but
who's gonna
Nolani
win?
won.
Right.
Didn't she win?
Yeah, no.
But she's also a professional
Yeah,
dancer.
no.
But it isn't fair that like Bristol Palin was like competing against Hemo. She's a true
Yeah, oh, that's
dancer.
true.
Britney
No, but
Spears.
it wasn't fair that
true.
Hemo got all the heat for professional dancers when
other-
Simone Biles, when all
Yeah.
these gymnasts
Yes.
go on like
Yeah,
floor
she
routines
took the
are dancing.
controversy on her back.
And,
She did.
and Normani.
And she did great. Every
Yes.
time she danced, I
Of
was
course,
like,
she is
yes.
a phenom.
She is.
She has
She's
2
the most incredible
kids.
She has
dancer.
2 kids, and her bod has never looked better.
Must be
It's never
nice.
changed. It was like she just grew this baby and,
And
then it
then
went
it, like,
away
went
and
back.
So it was like, what?
I'm sure it was a little bit more work.
Yeah,
than
I'm
that,
sure.
but
Yeah,
She
just
makes
a
it look
little.
easy.
just like a tiny bit.
Kevin, you released
Yes.
an EP.
Yes, I did.
And it's gotten rave reviews.
It's great.
Has it?
Can you
Maybe.
tell me what it's like to be in a recording studio recording your own music versus like Fat Bottom Girls? You know? like covers?
It's a little different.
A little.
Like, I was so used to, we recorded hundreds of songs, obviously, for Glee. And so going in, I was like, well, I need you to, like, we had such a system where
Yeah.
the people who were recording us, I'm like, I need you to yell at me. Like, if I'm sucking, do not coddle me.
Yeah.
So then we're going in to do my stuff, and I was like, yell at me. What am I doing? Should I rap? Should this be a country song? Because we were so used to like doing all these different genres of music. I was like, what is my identity anymore?
You
I
don't
don't
have
know what we can do. But
You
it
are
made me
loving
feel more
it.
confident because I think I've we had to like stretch
Of
ourselves.
course.
Somebody asked me the question the other day, what was the song that we did better than the original? And I said, Never Going Back Again.
I don't agree with
Okay.
that.
I have a few.
What do you think it was?
What were yours?
No,
Fat Bottom Girls, obviously. I can't stop referencing it. Also, when Rachel did It's All Coming Back to Me Now, obviously not better than Celine, but like really up there.
It was great.
Yeah.
And that's also how I learned that song.
And also the Barbra Streisand song that you love.
Oh,
Don't Rain on My
Parade,
Parade.
obviously.
What song did we do better?
There were very few that I felt like.
Oh, actually, when you had your True Colors Phil Collins moment,
Oh.
that was actually like the first time I heard that
It's
song.
very
and
good.
Ben, my husband, like lives for that song, so now it's like I like it too because you really made me like it.
The same. I had never actually heard that song before.
It's kind of a lame song.
Yes.
It's a pretty lame song.
I do like our version of we did like Girls Just Want to Have Fun that I like that was really slow. Yeah.
Yeah,
When
and
was
you
that?
know what was great also? The like mashups.
That was
The
our
Walking
thing.
on Sunshine Halo
Yes,
thing.
that was so good.
That was
that's
our
great.
thing.
I really like need a life.
I have a chronic neck injury from that
She
number.
does,
Not
yeah.
kidding. It's not
Oh,
great.
yes. What kind of injuries were sustained on set?
Oh, I
Herniated disc.
I have a proper like a permanent back problem from sitting in the
sitting so
wheelchair.
much.
Oh, I'm sure.
God.
Yeah, from like hunching
Your
over.
tailbone too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Oh, I
bad.
never thought of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People got injured all the time, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Chris got injured. We were roller skating. He got injured. He sprained something.
I bent my finger back and it like never
Oh my
went
God.
back.
Ew.
Yeah.
What the hell?
We were doing like a floor thing and I
No.
was like, I feel like Tina. Like,
Oh, the floor routine.
Yeah, it was the worst.
That was a challenge.
Always a challenge.
I would say probably the most questions we got for you guys are people literally just being like, Jenna, I saw you at Cheesecake Factory and I came up to you. Do you remember me? Like, people really feel like they're a part of the ensemble because it was like on TV for so long. We were all like the same age. We're all like in high school.
Yeah.
Does that happen all the time?
Yeah. In waves. It comes in waves.
Yeah.
Especially like when we go international, that's when
Yes.
it really happens.
Or if we're together.
Yes, or if we're
Individually,
together,
it's
like,
a little more
So is
tense.
that
Pinpoint us.
It's the kid from Glee.
Yes, it's like
Yeah.
it's then like, oh, well that's
Yeah,
her,
that's
so yes,
definitely-
it's them.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I feel like now because, like you said, we were young when the show was on, and I feel like the people who watched it were around our age, and so
Yeah.
now people are sort of calm when they come up. They're like,
Not like us.
no, like you, but like how you're just like cool about it. You're like, oh yeah, it's like I love that. Like, oh, I love that show. Thanks. That's
Yeah.
before people would be like crying.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
It
if you
makes
had
you feel
met
really
us 10 years ago.
uncomfortable.
On
we'd be-
tour. Like, I'm
Right.
sure the tour meet and greets were lit.
Yeah.
The tour meet and greet. Actually,
No, we didn't have tour meet.
we did.
Oh, we did have tour
How
meet and
dare
greets.
you forget
I'm so
those
sorry.
poor people? I remember you.
Well,
my
what was it like
God.
being on tour? You guys were flung into like so many different opportunities because of the show. Like, I'm sure when you were
Like
auditioning
rock
for a
stars.
show, yeah, you didn't know you were going to be on tour, like doing stadiums.
He's
Yeah.
better about the tour because he was
Yeah.
into music first.
Yeah.
But like, I wish we had done it at a separate time when we weren't between seasons because I definitely would have appreciated it more. I feel
Right.
like I slept through the tour.
Yeah.
So like, I wish I could do it again.
It was like a bittersweet sort of thing where it's like, oh, this is an incredible, insane opportunity. Like you said, we didn't think we'd get to do.
Right.
But at the same time, everyone was just a bit
Yeah.
exhausted.
They really worked you guys
Yeah,
to the
they
bone.
were.
We worked a lot. We're doing our first live podcast tomorrow.
Ooh.
And
Tickets still available?
yes, tickets
Yeah.
are
Hit it up.
available.
Where can they get
Today
'em?
Ticks. Search Showmance. That's
Showmance.
it. Come see us.
Yeah.
And it's like we're doing a meet and greet again, and I feel like I am having like
Back on tour.
I'm like,
Yeah,
oh my
we
God,
haven't done
what's
anything in
happening?
front of a live audience
It's
since
strange.
tour.
We're gonna thrive.
wow.
I have
think
no
You
Yeah.
guys, are, you guys are great.
We'll probably
Great
just
rapport.
start doing all the choreography to certain songs. Like, what do we? Okay.
They used to
here
make
we-
Chris do
You're going to
single
sell
ladies
out
all
every
the
single
time.
venue if you do that, okay? Because I will buy all the tickets.
Just that.
Totally.
I wanted to get your guys' opinion on something.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
I don't know if you guys heard maybe like a year ago a certain conspiracy theory. And I would just love to hear what your thoughts are on it because there was like a really legitimate like worldwide conspiracy theory that Leah Michelle can't read.
I can't with this.
I didn't know which conspiracy theory.
Yeah, me neither. I was like, is it Avril
you guys
Lavigne?
are so deep rooted in conspiracy theories with
There's
your
a-
cast.
yeah.
But I wanted to know, have you ever seen Leah Michelle read a script?
Yes.
You can vouch
Yes.
for her.
She
Yes.
reads books.
Yes.
She writes
She
as
reads.
well?
Yes.
How did this
She
start?
can read
There is a
Right.
podcast. I'm sorry I'm forgetting the name, and they just like have been really like harping on this idea of finding videos of
They
her.
did like a whole presentation, and it was very
PowerPoint.
like
That
she couldn't read?
substantiated.
Yeah, they
that
had videos of her doing like book signings where like she like wasn't really writing.
and like all of her Instagram captions are emojis.
Emojis.
And there's no proof out there that she
Actually
knows
can
how
read.
to read.
So we just wanted to hear your thoughts.
That is beautiful.
That is the best thing I have ever
I mean,
heard.
that's up there with.
Yeah.
In today's world, there's a lot of conspiracies.
Lots.
There are, and
So where are you
we're out
debunking
here
it?
peddling
We're
them.
debunking it. Yeah,
We're
I
debunking.
can.
Girl can read.
Yeah, she can read.
It's
She
like-
can write.
Did she come back with anything? at
She
some
was on
point?
Watch What Happens Live and they asked her about it and she
Oh, she
confirmed
thought it was
that
funny
she can
too.
read, but I don't know. It doesn't mean
Oh,
as
but wait,
much.
part of the
probably thought it was
conspiracy
funny.
theory was that Ryan Murphy was like in on it with her, like constantly just like they
Feeding
work
her
together
lines.
so much because he knows her big, deep, dark secret.
She can't read.
Yeah. Honestly, it made a lot of sense when it was presented to me. I'm just saying.
I'm trying to think.
It's just really
Would
funny.
when we would go rehearse a scene, would she have her sides with her, or did she already know?
No,
it?
she already knew it.
Makes you think. That's what they were saying. Like she
She
just
just knew her
memorized
mind.
She just
everything.
she's always
No.
just prepared.
Oh my
It's just something to think about next time you see her.
Yeah.
Next time you're on set,
We're
with
all
her.
like, just
No, I
staring
saw
at
her read books.
She reads.
Yes,
This is
I
crazy.
know she reads.
Sure.
I know everybody
ever
wants to
walked
think
around
it's
I've definitely
true.
seen her read magazines. I've definitely seen her read magazines.
She- at the pictures.
Look at
Yeah.
pictures.
That doesn't help her case.
Kevin, is it
Oh,
true
no.
that you were in an episode of The Office?
Yes.
Which one?
Pizza guy.
Yeah, I was the pizza guy that they locked me in an office, which is great.
It's a great episode.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, though, if I can speak for you,
Please.
We'll go somewhere and they'll be like, "Oh my God, you're the kid from The Office." So not the kid from Glee, the kid from The
Yeah.
Office. You're the pizza guy from The Office.
Well, it's arguably just as big of a show, but you did
Totally.
you were
One
just-
episode.
right?
And one episode, so I'm shocked that it still happens. But
That's
it happens
crazy.
even more. And you can tell when they're rerunning it because then it
Right.
sort of
Yeah.
Right.
happens a lot.
That's like
But
you
it's
on
cringeworthy.
set to the
And
dress.
Right, that's
like
like when I'm on Say
Friends.
Yes to the Dress. It's like the paparazzi hounding at my door,
Yes.
calling me the
Yes.
annoying girl from Say Yes to the Dress. You know, yes.
Did you really do it?
I
She
did really do it, and they play it now like once every month, like in different countries.
know.
Yeah, because I get mean tweets like, "This girl's so annoying."
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Did you
I
get to
am.
do what you wanted on it? Did you actually get to
No,
pick
and they
the
made
dress?
me. Okay, you know what they did, Jenna? You want to know what they did
Yeah,
to
I
me?
wanna know.
Honestly, it's just my cross to bear. But like they put me on an episode. I was just like, all I wanted was a long sleeve dress, like as if that's like such a crazy thing, you know. And they were making it seem like I was being
She's
so
so
difficult.
difficult.
But then the other bride. She was a bride who like lost her home in a flood.
In Louisiana,
And, like,
like,
she
she
was, like-
lost her wedding dress.
So like they gave her a whole new wedding and like a house, and like I was just like the obnoxious girl.
Who
Like,
wanted the long sleeve?
right, like they really just tried to paint me in a negative light.
They really did.
And so I just thought it was really rude, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair.
It's like, is it so much to ask for a long sleeve
I
wedding
love a
dress?
long sleeve wedding.
It's
Me
just, I
too.
had one criteria, like long sleeve dress, and they
Eh.
were like, "Oh, this girl's so difficult." Like, what?
Diva.
It's like, sorry, I got chubby arms. Like, leave me alone. Okay, I promise I'll stop gleeking out in 1 minute.
No,
but
no,
I
this
just
is
have one
great.
more question.
Yes.
Because, like, it's just the implications of Glee. Like, they never stop. Like, now we're out here, like, Brad Falchuk and Gwyneth are married.
I
Like,
know.
And you guys, like, saw that blossoming relationship.
We really
oh my
did.
God, you
Yeah, we
really
did.
did.
They were like,
we were there.
whenever Gwyneth was on set, we'd see Brad come around, and when he wasn't directing, and like, if you're not directing,
Okay.
like you're not around, and we would be like, what is happening right
Yeah.
now? And they were like buddies for a long time anyway,
Yeah.
before any of this, and like, I don't really know when it actually budded,
Yeah, I
but
don't
like,
either.
it
I have
was,
theories.
yeah.
Ooh.
But you know, I was like, I don't know what's happening here, but this
That's
is
crazy.
That is
She's
so
also
cute.
just
It's
so
Gwyneth,
cool.
it's JP.
It's so cute.
I think
We love it.
He's
He's the best.
yeah. They just make so much
They're
sense. Their
adorable.
personalities
They're
make so much
perfect.
sense together. Where they're both just so like calm and cool about
Totally.
everything.
Yeah.
Nothing's a big deal, and so just
It's like live on a beach with no makeup.
I know I
on,
said
like-
that was my last question, but I just thought of something
Yes.
else.
Great.
Do you guys remember the Glee project?
yeah.
I was thinking about that. I used to
Honestly,
watch.
if that show was on now, I would have auditioned to be on the Glee project.
100%, and you might have made it.
I might
I
have.
mean, it's funny because like we have the Glee project, we all mentored on it, and I was like, I don't know what this show is, but like we got Alex Newell from it.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
had
Like
a lot
Queen.
of people from it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Who else?
Sam,
Sam was from the Glee project?
Lindsay Pierce, who appeared.
Blake Jenner,
Blake Jenner,
oh my
yeah.
God, that's right.
Is he related
Ali
to-
Stroker, right?
Damien McGinty.
Oh,
That's
sweet little
crazy.
Damien.
We have
lot of
Tony
people.
winner Ali Stroker.
Obviously,
You're a Tony winner too.
yeah.
She is.
That's
For
crazy.
producing, yeah,
For what?
producing. I produced once.
Don't
on
play
Silent.
that down. She's
Yeah,
like
don't
for
downplay it.
producing.
I know.
That's a
Okay,
Tony.
Mr.
Tony
Self-deprecating.
You got a Tony.
Where do you
Yeah, I
keep
got a
it?
Tony. It's on my. There's this weird ledge in my house that actually is perfect for our awards. So I put all my awards on there.
Yeah,
I go
that's
over there and I
nice.
spin it.
It
Try not to
moves?
break it. Yes,
Yeah, it's a little coin.
Like a
that
lazy
spins.
Susan.
It's
That
beautiful.
is very
Well, no, it's like the
cool.
coin in the middle.
Oh my God.
I was like, I spin it on my way to like bed at night. I'm like, yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, I
Gotcha.
could sit here for 6 hours and ask you guys questions, like especially about the Mark Sailing of it all, but I won't because
I thought that's where
That's
you were
time to
going
go.
with conspiracy
yeah,
theory.
no, you know what? This has been such a happy day, and I'm not gonna
Yeah.
let Mark Sailing ruin it again. So, thank you guys for being here. Tune into Showmance on Podcast One, the Lady Gang Network. You can find it on iTunes, Spotify, I'm sure,
Yes,
all the
all that.
places. I haven't heard it yet, but I have a feeling it's gonna be really good because, like, I thought this was good, right?
Yeah.
I think
You
this
guys
is great.
have an
There's
app.
lots
Like,
of
you think
Glee
you're getting rid of
memories.
us, but we're just staying here now.
That's on you guys. If you want to do the Fast Five with us, that's cool.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Wonderful.
And you go to follow you guys on Instagram too. Thirst it out.
Jenna Ushkowitz.
Kevin McHale.
They're
it.
doing a live show tonight,
Tomorrow.
in New York. So if you're in New York scene, head over there.
Come see
hang.
us.
Yeah, come see them. We will take a quick break and we will be back in a minute. Bye.
Welcome back,
I don't know, like,
millennials.
do we do
and that's
mood?
what you missed on Toast.
Oh my God, I like that. Wait, can we just like take a minute to talk about how that was like the best interview of my life? Like I love that they weren't, some people like when they do press, like they never want to talk about like the thing that like made them famous. And they were both just like so cool and open and willing to talk about Glee as much as I was. And I really just like, I stan.
I stan, and it really made me miss Glee. I think I might have to rewatch
It's
all the
such
seasons.
a good, oh, you know what I forgot to ask them? I wanted to ask like what their thoughts on the ending were.
How did it end?
I don't remember, but like not well.
Yeah, it got dragged out a little bit,
But
and
no
they
shows,
definitely
like,
they
end
definitely
well.
ran like Tina's character into the ground. You know, they didn't do her justice.
No, Tina was like never getting justice.
No, she was like the opposite of justice.
Yeah.
But it all worked out for everyone.
Well, thank you for joining us this morning at our special early time so me and Margot can make our show in Virginia Beach tonight. Tickets available at carltonshop.com. So, without further ado, if it's all right with everyone, I do believe...
Ooh, well, it's not all right. There's so much to discuss
sorry.
because, like, I don't even know. But top of mind for me is the Snatchler episode that premiered
New
this
episode
morning.
of The Snatchler dropped this morning. Head over to iTunes and Spotify.
It was a great episode.
It was a great episode. We were sweating bullets because
Oh my
we like,
God.
couldn't stop talking.
Doing podcasts not in a studio when we do it at our house, we have to turn the air conditioning off, is some of my least favorite times of my life.
Yeah. It was tough, but I really felt like I got everything off my chest. It's
Same.
really like a weight lifted.
It's like
and it's nice to not carry it into the next day.
Yeah.
That's actually very true. Like every time like I have an episode to record of any podcast, I have so many thoughts that, like I don't want to forget them, so I'm constantly thinking about them. And then just kind of like vomiting it out felt really good.
Yeah, it's like I don't know why each time I've been on the show this week I talk about duty, but it's like every
It's like
time
taking a massive
every time
dump.
we do it, it's like it's a massive dump, and like I can go to bed now and I'm okay.
I actually slept like so peacefully last night because like I got so much done yesterday. Like,
How I
yes-
sleep knowing the Snatchler has been recorded.
Yeah, and it's scheduled at 8:00, so I don't have to wake up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Today was such a busy day, like literally didn't stop moving. Today's the same. I'm not gonna stop until I'm in my hotel room in Richmond tonight, not even Virginia Beach. So much drama, you know, life on the road, man. Cowabunga.
You sound like John Paul Jones.
I know, I love John Paul Jones.
Yeah, if you
Also,
wanna
wait, Jackie, did you see someone put in the toasters that they finally figured out who John Paul Jones looks like? Landon Clements from
Yeah.
Southern Charm.
If you want to know all of our thoughts on Bachelor in Paradise, we won't get to them today on this year's show because we gave them all to the Snatchler. She's right there.
I'm right here.
We gave them all to her.
We gave the Snatchler everything we had to
gave the
offer
Snatchler
and more.
Everything we have to offer. We took all of your guys' feedback. I don't know if we listened to it, but we heard it.
No, but we tried.
We tried.
We addressed.
We're constantly working on not talking over each other. It's just a constant battle.
But if you like The Snatchler, we would love and appreciate if you gave it 5 stars on iTunes, wrote a nice review, and, you know, just take 2 minutes out of your day.
Yeah, I got a
And
lot.
for the toast too, like what's
Yo,
the
I mean,
cost?
like, while you're there,
Yeah, you know, you made the journey.
The Schwitz, there's a bunch of new episodes of The Schwitz, too. Tons of content to get you through this treacherous, slow-moving work week.
And speaking of the Schwitz, I'll be joined by Ben tomorrow to do this year's show. And I'm excited because it's been a while since we had that keto maniac on the morning toast.
Keto maniac. Should we have those Love Island kids tomorrow? I think they're available.
I
They were
would
supposed to
love
be
to.
yesterday. You know what? I forgot to DM her. Just let me.
Alex and Dylan from Love Island.
They
if
were
you guys
supposed to come on
watch.
yesterday, but it took so long to get approval. You know, all the drama with television.
I actually have so many questions for her about the show. So hopefully they can come through. Is lit.
What was her name again? Oh, Alex Stewart. She's not verified.
Not
can you
for
do
long.
tomorrow? Okay, that'd be fun.
Okay.
Like couples, you know.
Yeah,
Except you and Ben aren't a couple, but you know what I mean.
totally. Like dynamic duos,
Right.
just like Showmance.
Isn't that a cool concept for a podcast? I thought it was
is.
interesting.
It is. Are there so many dynamic duos out there?
But they're not exclusive to dynamic duos, but they like having guests with 2 people that are like Brad and Trad, like just friends. You know what I mean? They don't have to
Yeah.
be like us, like work together, but just 2 people who are like well-known friends.
Well-known friends. Very cool. I want to see who else they've had on and
Yeah.
who they're going to have on because that is interessant. Speaking of interessant, here are the Fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast.
And will you do me a favor, just so I don't like cry, brokenhearted, devastated? Will you please just let me tell everyone that today's episode is brought to you?
I don't know, guys. Should I let her?
The Morning Toast is brought to you by MTV's The Real World Atlanta, streaming now on Facebook Watch. The original reality show is back and streaming now only on Facebook Watch. MTV's The Real World Atlanta is the next true story of 7 strangers picked to live in a house and have their hookups, screw-ups, apologies, fights, tears, voices, and lives streamed exclusively on Facebook Watch. It's the return of the first unscripted show in TV history that tackled gender, race, AIDS, taboo, life, death, addiction, connection, acceptance, and reality. and it's being reinvented. MTV's The Real World Atlanta is an all-new reality experience with content dropping daily and new episodes every Thursday. That's tomorrow. Find out what happens when the next generation stops being polite and starts getting real again. In Facebook, click on the Facebook Watch icon and search The Real World on Watch. MTV's The Real World Atlanta, streaming now only on Facebook Watch, and a new episode drops tomorrow.
Love it.
Love it.
Okay, here we go. In today's update.
Here we go.
No.
Is that the song that plays first on your when you plug in your phone?
I don't plug in my phone anywhere. AO.
Mine is the A-Team.
I don't plug my phone in.
Those first few chords of the A-Team like now irritate me. They're supposed to be super serene, but it's like doo, 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 and I'm like, shut the fuck up, Ed Sheeran.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
Margo, what's the first song that plays on your phone?
Ooh, All Mine by Kanye West.
That's weird.
Yeah.
You don't have AO or the A-Team?
I don't know, for some reason.
Well, now in this day and age, it's like we don't have songs on iTunes. I only buy songs when I need to like put them in a video on YouTube. So
I still somehow have the A-Team on my phone.
that's so crazy. Let's see what my first song would be. Finesse. I don't fucking know.
Wow, if your first song is with an
It's
F.
Yeah, no, that can't be right. Anyways, back to the news of the day. What do I back for this news?
You okay?
Continuing our updates in the Jeffrey Epstein murder mystery, or is he
It's not
alive?
really a mystery. It was Sir Gregor Clegane in the cell with a knife.
Well, some new news has come out recently. Two interesting factoids that I wanted to share with the group, as I'm going to take it upon ourselves to be the leading source for the real news about what's going on with Jeffrey Epstein, who is still alive and living in the jungles of Cambodia.
Right.
First up, apparently the news of Jeffrey Epstein's death was on 4chan like 45 minutes before it was on its first news source, which is ABC. So like someone...
They think a first responder like leaked the information on 4chan. 4chan is the most evil place in the world.
But the FDNY said it did not come from one of its members. So like, who did it come from?
Well, so we're just supposed to believe the FDNY. Like,
yeah,
of course they're going to say that.
I feel like they have their firefighters like...
Code.
Yeah, and I don't see firefighters on 4chan. Like, that just doesn't...
I don't know. Like,
track.
when you're like in the station all day, you got to find ways to occupy your time.
I know, that's why they should be listening to the Morning Toast and then they join all the subgroups.
Do we have any firefighter toasters?
For sure, we have toasters who do everything.
We should film a video, like a Patreon, of us going through firefighter training. You know how hard it is? Like, you can do those mock classes. Where
Yeah.
they make you wear the gear.
They
and,
do
like,
them
run
on The
up-
Bachelor.
And you run up a set of stairs. Like, I would probably go into cardiac arrest.
We should do that. FDNY, the toaster in the FDNY, I have to believe one exists.
Just one.
Just one.
Remember when we met, like, the first and only female FDNY? Mm-hmm. I wonder if she's still the only female. That was, like, 5 years ago.
She was amazing.
She was amazing. She was so heroic.
She was.
And so inspiring.
Yeah.
We met her at a conference.
Regina.
Flange?
It's Regina Wilson. Anyways, that was an interesting factoid. Like,
That is. I also heard another interesting factoid. Is it Steve Jail?
# Steve Jail.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so this is what's crazy, because now in the investigation into the death, it has come out that the guards in charge of watching over Jeffrey Epstein had reportedly fallen asleep and hadn't checked on him for 3 hours, then falsified records to cover up their mistake. Those guards have been placed on leave while the warden of the Manhattan jail has been reassigned. Also, someone who was recounting their time when they switched shifts
A guard spoke anonymously to the New York Times.
and said that when he switched shifts, the new guard came in, he didn't recognize him. He said, "What's your name?" He said, "Steve." And then he was like, "What's your last name?" And he was like, "Jail." And he was like, "Okay, sounds legit."
Steve Jail.
That's like literally from The Dictator. Employees must wash hands.
Yeah.
Allison
Burgers. No,
When
that's
you
so
just,
true.
it's out of a movie when you look around, jail?
No, but like, what a janky job, like the Clintons or whoever it was did, like hiring someone who couldn't even think, like Steve Cohen, like literally any lesson, Steve Black, like literally anything.
Nope, Steve Jail.
Steve David.
And it's just, all of this is adding up to me that it was not a suicide, at the very least. Also, people heard shrieking from his cell. So, I mean, when you hang yourself, like, do you...
You can asphyxiate, you like choke.
But do you, like, would you be screaming or is someone murdering you?
I don't think you could actually be screaming. I think you would only be choking and like gasping if hanging. If being murdered, obviously, I think you can scream.
Yeah. So maybe the shrieking makes me think that maybe he wasn't escaped. You know, that seems like the harder thing to pull off, but I'm going murder.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, because I guess if he wasn't escaped, he would
he would go silently. He'd be like, okay, let's go, Ghislaine.
But maybe he didn't know that it was a plot like someone on the outside was doing for him, and he thought he was actually being murdered when in reality he was just being taken back to his island.
Yeah, but then they had to get the body double in there, and now they have to talk to the mortician, and they have to pay off everyone. Whereas if they just murder him, it's over, or so they think. But now this guy Barr, the Attorney General, he will not let this go. But
oh, good.
Yeah, I mean it's good, but you had your chance and you blew it.
This is just
New York State,
in the words of my
Southern District.
In the words of my good dear friend
Paul
JoJo,
Giamatti.
It's just a little too late.
Yeah, you had your chance, Paul Giamatti.
From Billions.
Yeah, the Southern District of New York.
That show is and I don't want to be controversial, but it's awful.
What do you mean? It's amazing.
Awful.
Billions? Do you watch?
I watched 4 episodes on a Delta
You know what I
flight, and
prefer?
that's it.
Billions by Russell Dickerson. Raking it in by the billions.
Honestly, I love Russell Dickerson. That song is awful.
Jackie, it's a
just-
good song.
It's not my kind of song.
Okay.
It's not my kind of country. Fair. Anyways, so that's your daily update into the life and death of Jeffrey Epstein.
Or alleged death.
Yeah. Still no more news has come out. No candy bar wrappers found on the island yet.
No DNA.
Oh, but a computer was found. They got his computer.
I know. I just feel like Jeffrey Epstein and Sir Gregor Clegane were not the types of people just leave paper trails on computers that they left on random islands.
Yeah, I don't know.
This pedophilia ring has been going on and been organized for years. They are smarter than leaving a laptop,
But everything that they were doing was so out in the open, they literally were doing it on an island with Google surveillance coming down.
Right.
And they were recruiting girls, not even in underground ways, just going to country clubs, going to high schools, going to massage parlors, and just doing everything kind of above ground that maybe they didn't even feel a need to hide what they were doing.
Right, because they're so above the law.
Yeah. And here's my other question. When you own an island, technically, is that your own country? Can't you make your own laws where you can fuck underage girls?
That's a good question.
Clearly not, because
I do
he's been
think that
arrested for it.
islands aren't they territories of countries?
Yes, but what would have stopped him from being I want to secede?
No, that's
my island.
That's a very interesting call.
And I want to make my own laws, because there
it
are
still
countries out there that have laws that America probably wouldn't install or
No,
don't
it's
agree
the
with.
drinking age. You can go to Europe and drink when you're 18. But I think if you're coercing women from America to your island, regardless of if your island has that law, it's still illegal.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. You're taking citizens.
Underage, across state lines, across country lines, across island lines.
It's when an American is murdered in another country, then
Right.
America comes in. I don't know. I think the laws of the U.S. did apply to his island, but I wonder why he didn't secede from the Union.
I don't think, this is according to some of the comments, I don't think you can make your own laws, but islands can fall under various territories in which you probably have to follow those laws.
Got it. And I guess in no country, is it okay to have sex slaves and, kidnap girls?
There has to be one.
Yeah.
A lawless country.
There's probably.
I'd like to apologize to the podcast viewers. I accidentally got some ice in my mouth, and I'm going to chew it, so.
Nice.
Done. Well, we will keep you updated in the never-ending saga of what the fuck happened to Jeffrey Epstein, but hopefully we'll get a crack in the case,
Yeah. I think if anyone can do it, the Toasters can.
Yeah, so true. Honestly, if the Toasters were on this case when the FBI was, this would be a done deal.
Yeah. Okay, next story.
Case closed.
Back to some celeb news, which is new for us these days. Harry Styles won't play Prince Eric in live-action Little Mermaid.
Apparently he was offered the role.
Rumors were swirling that he got the part, but apparently he turned it down.
Weird. I mean, I feel I don't know what Harry Styles is trying to do with his career, because he released his solo album. You're okay, he wants to be like the Justin Timberlake. But he didn't release another album. Then he did that awful war movie. What was it called? Dunkirk, which was awful, but it was highly respected, and it was a huge thing for him. So he was now he's an Oscar-winning actor. And you would think he would want to take the role of Little Mermaid. Maybe it's not serious enough for him, but it's still such a huge production. It's going to have so many eyeballs in it, so many really well-respected people. Queen Latifah, I don't know. I don't know what his motives are.
Me neither. I think I don't think he cares about like the fame and the big career and taking parts that are like, you know, in big blockbuster movies, because he's probably had plenty of opportunity, or he could get the band back together and they could be doing that. For me personally, like I would like to see him go down like a Zac Efron route career-wise, where it's like you can be a respected actor, but also do the things that like people are gonna love you for. And I think him not taking this Prince Eric role is a mistake. Like, in order to be, he could be the next Zac Efron.
Right, because I'm sure he would sing as Prince Eric, right?
But I don't think he wants to be like, I think he wants to be like this indie, you know, under the radar guy. He doesn't want to be like an idol heartthrob.
Yeah, I think so too. Did you see Louis Tomlinson did an interview where he was like, I don't know when, but like we are most certainly getting the band back together. We will be together.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Like he was like 100%, like no matter where we are, like it is in our plans.
I hope so, and I think we all kind of knew that, because they always did say it was like a break.
A hiatus.
Also, I know all these guys really want to be respected musicians, and you know they like to do their own thing and put out music that they can be proud of, but like One Direction's music is so fucking good.
No, I hate that they're regarded as like a silly boy band for teenagers.
But I feel like only they regard themselves as that. Like everyone else is like, no, these are fucking bangers. And maybe if you like took out like the synthesizer, you know, you could make it more musically
whatever. Yeah, but no, when I'm in a long car ride, like I will most definitely just put on Shuffle All by the One Direction discography. Like it is good fucking jams. I went to MetLife Stadium and saw them.
Like probably their biggest songs, like What Makes You Beautiful. Okay, I understand they don't want to perform that anymore. Whatever. But like when you get into like album 4 and all of these songs,
I actually think the album without Zayn was one of their better ones.
Oh, I completely agree.
Yeah, like I didn't even feel the loss of Zayn the way that like the Directioners did, you know?
No, I agree.
I mean, their song You and I, like they really have so many like actually like musically good songs.
Yeah, but they have one terrible song that I hope that never
Little
plays again.
Things?
Called Little Things, when he talks about her love handles. And
Stop.
like, I just want to die.
Yeah, like that is not feminism.
No, it's just, it was so weird.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Anyways, I don't know what his plan is, but I hope he has one. Maybe he had to reject it because it was conflicting with the plans to bring back One Direction.
That is something I can see and would definitely hope for.
So, since I guess the internet is casting The Little Mermaid, who do you see for the role of Prince Eric?
What do you think about Jacob Elordi? Well, he doesn't sing, does he?
No.
It's like everyone sings in Hollywood because they're all like theater nerds, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so like a hot dude who can sing.
People were saying Shawn Mendes.
Oh my God, but he's not an actor. But that would be great.
What is acting
Right.
anyway?
It's just
He looks like
pretending.
he's acting right now in his relationship.
Totally.
He's not doing a good job though.
Okay, Shawn Mendes would be good. Who sings? Who's like a young Zac Efron?
It would be someone from Disney, like the guy who played Link Larkin from Teen Beach Movie.
Ross Lynch?
No.
Oh, but he would be good.
He would be good, but hold on. I think his name was Greg, not Sulkin.
Greg Sulkin would be good.
Can he sing?
I don't know, but he's hot.
Oh my God, he would be great.
Yeah, he looks like Prince Eric.
I feel like he could sing. I feel like he could do it all. This guy's name
I feel like
is
if you were a part of the Disney machine, like you do have to be able to sing.
Yeah.
Garrett Clayton, and I'll show you a picture. Honestly, he would be great.
Cutie.
But he didn't do a great job as Link Larkin, I felt.
I have absolutely no idea.
Eric doesn't sing, according to the comments. So we don't need someone who sings. We just need someone handsome.
Oh,
Greg
well
Sulkin.
Then, Greg Sulkin.
Right, how old is Halle Bailey? Like it has to be an age-appropriate
I
relationship.
think it's age appropriate. Greg's 26.
No, I'm trying to think of like maybe someone else, but...
Halle Bailey is.
And since when does Hollywood care about appropriate?
She's 19.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Pew, pew, pew. Shots fired. Fired.
She's 19.
She's 19.
Yeah, that works for them.
Honestly, I really like the Greg Sulkin call.
Yeah.
Me too.
I just hope Michelle would be okay with it, you know?
I think she would be. She's so supportive and like, you know, she's...
I don't think I could handle dating an actor. Like, seeing them kiss people, like, I would get so insecure.
I would die. Like,
I would die. And then I would, like, literally every time he gets home, like, you have to take an STD test.
I don't understand how they do it. That's so. I guess like Hollywood has to have these, you know.
Weren't you the one who told me that the guy from Desperate Housewives, like, who played
Dave,
Edie's crazy husband.
he doesn't kiss other women.
He won't kiss other women. He won't take roles where he has to be in bed with a woman.
Yeah, or where he has to kiss a woman. And I think everyone like regarded that as weird at the time. But
It's
like,
weird.
It's not weird. Like, I guess it's weird because you shouldn't be in that industry. But like, I can't imagine being married and like either one of us acting.
No, I would die. That'd be like a fun way though to like express yourself sexually, and then like also be married. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like if you're an actor, there's no reason for you to cheat.
Right, because you get
you're
to do
allowed
it for
to.
free. Like,
Yeah.
no problems, no strings attached.
Yeah. Yet.
Maybe we should get into acting.
Yeah, I think so.
Who is that picture of? What is the next story?
Oh, that's not the next story, but it's Jay-Z.
Oh,
He made some big news today.
He did?
He's partnering with the NFL to help them with entertainment and just like.
But it's not a story.
Getting morale up. It is the story.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but we'll get there.
Okay.
People were suggesting Noah Centineo for the role.
Yeah, he's a little messy to be a prince.
He's a little messy.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, looking.
He's a little floppy haired.
Yeah, he has like a little too much like curl in his hair to be like a slick back king of the ocean.
I completely agree, and I don't think he wants to slick back his hair.
No, also like
Like,
he's
in
getting
every-
messier. Like when we
Every
first met
movie-
him on that movie, I was like, okay, I could see it. But like after following him on Instagram and like just having him be famous for a few years, like he is not Prince material.
No, he's not. In every
He's just
movie,
like Bad
he
Boy
gets
Next Door.
floppier and floppier.
You know, it's just like the hair gets longer and curlier.
Yeah, and like we need to tap him for the Gossip Girl reboot. So he's
To play
busy.
Dan?
No, they're gonna play new characters, but I just feel like that's what preppy kids look like these days with their like mess of hair.
Yeah, but like he should really be Dan. Like that hair is so Brooklyn.
But they're not bringing back the old characters. They're,
they're not?
introducing new ones. I think, and I pray.
Well, if there's a character from Brooklyn, it should be Noah Centineo.
They're introducing new ones. It's not a repeat.
Is there anyone who lives in Brooklyn?
I don't know that we've gotten
sure.
that far, but probably.
Dan. I mean,
Noah.
Noah.
And
He's-
is there anyone named Snitch? 'Cause she should be in it.
I actually am pretty sure Ben Schwartz said that.
I don't think there's like anything, there's no bigger honor than like as a teenage girl, like being selected to get cast in the Gossip Girl reboot. Like it's a great opportunity, but at the very least, like it's flattering as fuck, you know?
Yeah.
Like you're cool enough and pretty enough to like be like the elite New Yorker, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I love that.
Me too.
Jealous. Do you think I
Totes.
could get cast?
No.
Maybe it's like someone's
Mom.
someone's big sis.
Someone's aunt.
Someone's and Sneeches.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay. Next story. Some news that's circling the drain.
Some news that's making news.
Bebe Rexha.
Oh, I saw this, and you know, I was sad we didn't talk about it, so I'm glad
yeah.
we are.
Yesterday we were just inundated with stories, so the B team is out today.
Yeah, like the stories that didn't make it.
Bebe Rexha slams male exec who said she was too old to be sexy. Pop star Bebe Rexha blasted a male movie executive who said the 29-year-old artist was too old to be posing for sexy photos by posting a selfie wearing nothing but a bra and a thong. Quote, I recently had a Cap's male music executive tell me that I was getting too old and that my brand was confusing because I'm a songwriter and I post sexy pics on my Instagram, and that's not what female songwriters are supposed to do, especially for my age, she wrote on Instagram Monday. I actually totally feel this because I was told yesterday that I'm too old for something.
Oh my god, we didn't say
And I
that.
was told it by my own sisters.
Sister, I didn't.
But Margot agreed
Yeah,
in the
she
car
was like,
before.
Yeah, but there's
You
something.
were talking about my age?
No.
Never discuss a woman's age.
Oh my god, all we were saying was that me and Margot both worked with this Amazon event last night. It was a back to school like showcase. It was like for college students, and I did a performance like about college, and I just didn't want you to feel bad. So I just like it was all the influencers were college age. Like you probably just weren't invited because you're too old.
And that hurts. Like
I'm not age
honestly-
shaming you, and that's better.
I don't know. Like I almost wish you had been like, no, they just think you're ugly and fat and like
have bad
irrelevant,
flow.
and your flow is garbage. They didn't want to be associated with you.
No, I just think you were okay. How about this?
I was too old for the
You're out of the
country.
age range.
Hurts. Bebe Rexha, I see you. We see each other.
We see each
We're
other.
the executives telling you.
We're the male executives telling you to stop posting sexy pics.
Ugh, I can't stop myself. Thoughts on Bebe Rexha?
I mean, I have said it on the show before, and I'll say it again. Like, Bebe Rexha in this house, we stand till we die. And I didn't really realize how much I stand her until we saw her at the TPG Awards where she did a private show, and we got to go to the meet and greet, and she was so nice. And then we just watched her perform, and like, you don't realize like how many bangers she has. She has had an interesting career where it's like, I don't think she releases albums. She just like has banger after banger after banger, and that's like such a way to live, you know?
Yeah.
She's like Cardi B.
Living banger to banger.
Yeah. And that song Call You Mine with the Chainsmokers is so good. Also, Harder.
Yeah.
So like she's really killing it. I love her. And I love that she has like such a defined personality. Like I met her and I just remember being like, wow, she's funny.
Yeah.
Like she's bold. Like you remember her.
I totally agree. She's cool. Yet I feel like she's always in these situations where she's like talking about how people like she was saying no one would dress her. And it's like, what is going on?
No,
in
because that's what
Hollywood?
I'm saying. She's in like a unique spot where she's like a pop star, but like and she's famous, but she's still technically like a developing artist. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't have albums dropping. She is in a weird spot.
Yeah. So I guess, well, I'm glad
But
she's
to me,
letting us
she's a
know.
great success.
100%. I feel like she has a dream career and she gets to do what she wants and she's the talk of the town.
Yeah, and she doesn't have to like worry about keep releasing albums. She just like writes and releases and collabs on songs that she likes.
But apparently this music exec like is telling her she does need to worry because she's too old to be sexy.
Well, if I've learned anything from working in the music industry for about 2 weeks, it's just that music executives, they don't know anything.
they don't know anything.
No, and it's like just the people want what the people want, and artists who just like listen to their followers. Like Chance the Rapper doesn't even have a label. You know what I mean? Like those kinds of artists who just listen to their audience and like give the fans what they want. Like they're the most successful ones, not the ones who listen to music executives who are like 95 years old and wouldn't know a beat if it dropped in their face.
I totally agree. So we support Bebe Rexha.
We stan.
I just got overcome by a wave of hunger
That is the worst.
that like started from like my belly button.
Do you have your period?
Finishing.
Me too. Margot?
No, I finished last week.
Cool snitch.
Well, that's why I'm hungry. I was actually thinking this morning, I'm always hungry, and I either attribute it to the fact that I'm getting my period, I have my period, or it's coming.
Or I just finished.
And then I'm
My
about to
body
get
needs
it.
to refuel.
So it's like maybe I just like will never not be fucking starving because I'm a woman and I'm genetically predisposed to being fat.
Yeah, but not because you're a woman.
Yeah, because I have my period, and then my period makes me hungry, and then I'm finishing my period. Oh, I just finished. That's probably why I'm still hungry. Oh, I had my period. I'm hungry now. I'm getting it. I definitely feel hungry.
Oh, yeah.
It's a cycle.
It's
literally
a vicious cycle.
It's like 2 weeks out of the year, out of the month, per month, that you're just starving. And it's like, how are you supposed to fight that?
I think it's 4.
It's my
out of the-
body
I
telling
think it's
me.
4 weeks out of the month,
No,
actually.
but
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's like the week before and during. And what am I supposed to do about that? I have to
don't know,
listen to my body.
I don't know counts.
I don't know.
But these campers are out here and they're hungry.
I just got hit by a wave of I mean a wave of hunger too. I'm starving.
Do you guys remember Tamagotchis?
Yeah,
Did you have one?
of course.
That was lit.
Yeah,
I feel like
fucked
that
with
was
them
like the
hard.
thing to have, like when you were in school.
What makes you say that, sis?
Because you were cool if you had it, and if you weren't, and if you didn't have it, you weren't cool. Now it's the Bombas socks that bring out all the envy on the schoolyard. I know about Bombas
I
socks
wish
from
I was
Margot.
in school right now because I have Bombas from Margot and from the Toast, and I'd be cool in the schoolyard.
They're the most comfortable socks ever. That is their claim, and honestly, agreed. They're colorful, bursting with color. They even have a little colorful bee on them. Comfortable, so comfortable. They're designed with several comfort innovations that help make them feel better than any other kid's sock ever made. Interesting.
Interesting.
Oh, do you know they also donate a pair of socks for every pair purchased?
I did know that. I love a sock that gives
I love
back.
that model. Oh, that's, by the way, that's a good slogan. We're all about like rebranding the companies. Does sock and back really work?
No.
You have to
The
say the
sock-
sack that gives the sock that gives back. Oh my god, that's
The sack that
gives back. Oh my god, that is so funny. So since they donate a pair of socks for every pair purchased, you should definitely get yourself some. I wear them almost every day when I need to wear socks, and I do find that having like I used to just like buy socks like I got at bat mitzvahs. You know what I mean? Like I never cared about my socks.
I totally agree.
I just,
or
like,
who
would-
I stole from my fellow campers.
Yeah,
in
like
Bong.
I just like would find socks on the street and just like wear them. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
But once I like kind of put thought into my socks and like started actually purchasing from like a globally conscious brand, I have found that my feet smell a lot less. I don't know. I'm not claiming that as a Bombas, staple, but I do find that just like taking better and like maybe wearing clean socks every now and then.
Maybe because the socks are clean and not
Maybe.
off the street.
Well, if you want Bombas, visit bombas.com/toast and get 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/toast for 20. Sorry, I just thought of something funny. 20% off your first purchase. That's Bombas, BOMBAS.com/toast. 20% off BOMBAS.com/toast.
Love it. Okay, next up we've got a little
Business.
because the media landscape is shrinking as CBS and Viacom merge.
What?
And all I can think is, okay, so now CBS, will you do something about attention?
Jackie, I was thinking the same thing. Well, CBS does not have a good reputation, the president being Les Moonves, who had to step down, and Julie
Lest
Chen.
we not forget the Les Moonves.
Les
of it all.
Moonves, we not forget. And also, like, the Julie Chen of it all, who, like, wouldn't step down.
Who now, like, admittedly, on every episode of Big Brother says Julie Chen Moonves
Moonves.
when she used to just be Julie
Chen.
So she's, like, extra Moonves
So, like,
now.
Viacom has, like, the Dan Schneider, like, stench. CBS has the Let's Move Invest extension. I think this is a great merger.
I agree.
For pedophiles and music execs alike.
The Redstone family media empire has been reunited after more than a decade apart. CBS and Viacom announced they reached an agreement to merge, with Viacom shareholders receiving nearly 0.6 CBS shares for each Viacom share they own. That values Viacom at slightly less than $12 billion. Don't they own, like, just Nickelodeon?
I know.
And,
but
like,
Nickelodeon, by the way,
VH1.
Nickelodeon is genius. You know what I saw a commercial for? Ben was watching SpongeBob. You know how like people have like Netflix specials? Nickelodeon gave JoJo Siwa a special, and they're just like, they taped her concert. How smart is that?
That's
It's going to be
genius,
televised.
but like $12 billion,
JoJo Siwa is definitely worth 500 mil of that.
100%. Today marks an important day for CBS and Viacom as we unite our complementary assets and capabilities and become one of only a few companies with the breadth.
Good morning, breadth.
You know the word breadth. Breadth and depth of content and reach to shape the future of our industry, said Bob Bakish, president and CEO of Viacom, who will hold both titles in the combined industry. Okay, Bob, like you seem like a great guy who just like writes fluff sentences for a living. That didn't really mean anything. Like, please look into the Dan Schneider of it all.
Right, like Dan Schneider was fired, but now him and his production company like still produce a bunch of TV shows. He's going to do the Zoe 101 thing. Like, he's still there.
Yeah, and so we're just going to need you to look into that, Bob, please.
Yeah, because in the words of Amanda, sorry, totally different reference. Move on. I was about to like really like make maybe one of the worst jokes in my career.
Well, now you've...
No.
Okay, fine. Anyways, yeah, I'm not interested in any news for Viacom, happy, sad, good, bad, unless...
What if it's happy and sad at the same time?
Does that mean that, like, Dan Schneider is getting his justice and, like, maybe that means the cancellation of a few shows? I would take it.
Interesting.
I would take it. So, yeah.
But okay, so like...
Come back to me when
That's
you've got
an
some
interesting.
news.
That's an interesting topic. When shows get canceled, it's like, okay, happy and sad at the same time. When Honey Boo Boo got canceled, I was literally devastated. But at the same time, like, good on TLC for doing the right thing. Like, when you have young children, you shouldn't be dating a pedophile, Mama June, you know?
Yeah.
But they ended up, like, landing on their feet on WeTV.
You know, it's like Bohemian Rhapsody, I think, is a good example. Bryan Singer.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, should the movie suffer because the director is an abuser?
Yes.
You think?
Yeah.
What about the lighting people? You know?
They still get paid whether the movie does well or not.
Yeah.
The only people, if the movie got, like, if people boycotted the movie, the only people who would be impacted are people who, like, own a piece of the movie, which is literally only Bryan Singer.
Yeah, no, I mean, there are a few other people, but those people who have that much to lose or gain from the movie already have so much. Like,
They're fine.
I don't feel for them, but like, the movie really was incredible.
It was good.
It was really good. I mean, Rami Malek did still win the Oscar, and I think that was the most important nomination that they needed to win because he so deserved it.
Yeah, I just don't feel the way about Bohemian Rhapsody, the way that, like, everyone, like, creams their pants over it. And I think Rocketman was better.
Oh, I disagree. Rocketman was literally
And I think
like
Taron Egerton...
Confessions of a Teenage
Oh
Drama
my God,
Queen.
no fucking way.
With its like weird like
I think
things.
Taron Egerton, whatever his name
Egerton.
is, was just as good as Rami Malek. Like, where are the accolades?
Agreed.
I would agree with that.
And I know it's gonna be a long, long time.
Yeah, but just, I guess because I went into Bohemian Rhapsody like really expecting not to like it because I thought it was going to be like a really serious film about like Freddie Mercury, and I just thought it was going to not be my cup of tea, but I came in and it was a movie musical with every single song that I didn't know that I knew, Fat Bottom Girl. That was exciting, and because you went into it with high expectations, like, oh, I'm going to be obsessed with this movie, you were like, meh.
Yeah. Was that the fifth and final story?
No, that wasn't. Viacom also owns Lifetime, which is hard for me.
So now you're being
to
directly
struggle
impacted.
with. Yeah, because the Lifetime Movie Club just saves lives. So
Yeah.
saves lives. Times movies club.
Okay.
Okay, fifth and final story.
In a
more
little biz news.
and
Is
a
it biz
little
news?
sports news.
I just really wanted to do it again. I didn't even know if it was
It
business.
is biz news. NFL is planning a business partnership with Jay-Z's Rock Nation. The NFL is poised to announce a sweeping business partnership with Jay-Z's Rock Nation, sources tell Front Office Sports. The deal will give Jay-Z a prominent role in the league's social justice initiative with players as well as creative input into the league's Super Bowl halftime shows.
Oh, I mean, this seems just like the perfect partnership. Like, the NFL could definitely use some influence from Jay-Z and Beyonce, and then the entertainment has been slowly going in a downward spiral. So this is genius.
Yeah, this is genius. I wonder who he would position for the halftime show.
Well, so Chloe and Halle are their like proteges, Beyonce and Jay-Z. So that's why I think when they sang,
America the Beautiful.
yeah, maybe now they'll do this Star Spangled Banner.
I would love that.
Me too. They were really good.
Who should be doing the halftime show this year? This is one of my favorite things to speculate. Because I always say J-Lo with a cameo from Pitbull. But then I read a blind. Did you see this blind?
No.
That is a reveal that J-Lo is like trying so hard to get Super Bowl halftime show. The problem is she doesn't have any hits.
She doesn't have any hits from the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wonder if enough time has passed from Taylor Swift's Diet Coke partnership, because for a very long time she couldn't do the show because she was a Diet Coke spokesperson, and she hasn't been the spokesperson for a while, but I'm sure there was some sort of non-compete. Maybe now is the time she has a new album.
I think any non-compete for brands that big would be longer.
Fuck.
Yeah.
She has to do it one day.
I know.
I think she'll do it one day, but like I would imagine it would be like 5 years non-compete.
Ariana
The
Grande?
Jonas Brothers.
Ooh, I would love that.
They have a catalog of a huge songs.
They should do a throwback, like for the like 2006, 2007, maybe like Miley too.
Okay, but that
And
would
Demi Lovato.
That would be good for us, like not for the
Yeah.
people who watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I like the Jonas Brothers idea. That's a good idea. We'll make a short list and send it over to Rock Nation.
yeah, or Rihanna.
Yeah, but she has literally no new music.
I know, but maybe she has something brewing.
She claims she does.
And I don't know if she still is, but at one point she was a part of Rock Nation. So,
Yeah, but then there was like drama where like she allegedly hooked up with Jay-Z.
and then like there was the elevator.
So I don't think that
then he
Beyonce
tried
is
to
just like
murder
going to
her.
be handing out Rihanna like opportunities.
Yeah.
Right. Like remember when Enty said that Jay-Z tried to murder Rihanna?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
crazy. You know who I think maybe would be like a feature? Because I think he opened for Beyonce, DJ Khaled.
Yeah, but like
He would be like a feature, like on someone else's. So
actually Cardi B.
yeah,
She has a lot of songs.
She has a lot of songs, but her career is very young.
And her music is really like lyrically, it's just not cable material, you know?
Yeah, no, but I think you need to be like a bona fide
Star.
star for, I would say 10 years for the Super Bowl at least.
So like Luke Combs.
Oh my God!
Country,
I mean, I would.
Carrie Underwood, like give it to her. She sings every
Has
Sunday
she
and
ever
Monday
had
night
it?
for you bitches. No.
No.
Ugh, that sucks.
Oh, Sunday night.
Oh, Sunday night. Okay, me and Margaret have to head to the airport. So those were the Fast 5 stories that you need to know. We are going to be in Virginia Beach tonight. Tickets available at girlwithnojob.com. And then tomorrow night, Richmond, Virginia. Tickets also available at girlwithnojob.com. Very excited to see you all. Thank you for listening to The Morning Toast, the Millennial Morning Show. We go live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe. We're also available on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, anywhere you can listen to podcasts. So subscribe over there. Give us 5 stars. Follow us on Instagram at girlwithnojob, at Jackie O Problems. We love you. See you tomorrow with Ben Soffer.
See ya. Bye.